I just said that for you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. April, is it 8?
It is the 8th.
8 days into April. And it wants to be spring,
Almost.
but it was like 23 Fahrenheit out there this morning. Like really stinking cold. Lots of like frost to get off the windshield.
Oh, yeah. Get the scraper out again.
I know. I thought I was done with that scraper. And then there's little things in the garden wanting to come up.
Oh, it's just that time where it's still kind of a tricky balance.
It is. I saw, I think it was outside Metro yesterday. They had to run in to get a couple groceries. They had icicle pansies.
Yeah, I've seen them all weekend.
Yeah, they're brave little flowers.
They always tempt you. Do you buy them?
No, because they don't last too long.
I know, but they're so pretty. I'm like, oh, you just walk by.
I know, it's like little ladies with bonnets on or something. That's what it reminds me of. We were down to Tennessee to visit Nicole and Billy and John and Heath this weekend. And it was certainly warmer there, and spring had arrived. There's all these, I mean, their leaves are out, but just things are just bursting, right? And there's some blossoms and, a few flowers and some azaleas and some different things blooming. But I noticed that when we were coming back into town yesterday, when we passed Pam Brown's house, all her daffodils are blooming.
Yeah, there's
in her
different
front yard.
Things.
She plants a lot, and they were just, it looks so pretty. So that's really close to town. So I'm wondering.
Well, there's some crocuses, people are saying.
Oh, good.
Els was saying everything is in bloom in Holland. That would be pretty.
It would, because they're certainly there.
And different people have been buying pansies, so we just want some color, I think.
Oh, Gwen just got back from China. The lilacs are blooming. I know she has a daughter that teaches over there that she was visiting.
That'd be something.
Yeah. All these things people are doing, yeah. Hope everybody had a lovely Easter weekend. Did you have an Easter dinner or more than one?
Just one. Yeah, on Good Friday. So that was nice. Probably have another one this weekend.
We had a nice ham and scalloped potatoes on Sunday, and that was really nice.
I made that on Sunday just for us at home.
It's so good. I came home and made some more scalloped potatoes yesterday.
They don't last long usually.
No, the boys were right into them, which is good. I'd like to, they like deviled eggs. I always make them deviled eggs. There's certain things I'll ask that, that they would have their favorites, and Grandma likes to make that for them. Yes, Pat's commenting about the quilt behind us. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Yes, it is pretty.
Okay, somebody's anxious. They want to know what the word is.
What's the word today?
It's blue. That might not be hard to figure out why, but it should be coming across your screen. So enter the word blue in your comments. You only have to do it once. And then at the end of the show, we will draw for the door prizes. Speaking of which, I found a little, those little, what do you call it? The little tilt-a-whirl thing? Twister, the little mini twister. So I have a pattern with a little mini twister in it. If you've never tried that, that's a fun little project.
That's a great thing to do with those mini charms, or even charms, because you can cut them in quarters.
Well, they are pretty small. So anyway, and then I picked some bright fat quarters because we need some brightness.
Oh, those are really pretty, Tammy.
And spring is always baby season, so there's a baby pattern book.
Nice.
I know a lot of people come in and are making quilts for their grandbabies coming shortly, so maybe that will help somebody.
Oh, Laurie says the weather's making me blue. That's quite good.
Love the color blue. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure you make a comment and then we'll draw at the end.
Perfect.
Okay. So I just wanted to mention that there is still room in our featherweight class. It's May 2nd, a Saturday. So if you have a featherweight and you're trying to figure out how to maintain it, how to use it properly, that is a good class for you. There's still room.
Ian does an excellent job because you pretty much know how to maintain your machine. after that class and be able to troubleshoot anything.
You're
That's
taking
going
it
on.
apart.
Yeah.
So, and putting it back together.
So he guides you through that quite nicely. And I think I still might have a few spots in my May retreat, the one that is, I think it's May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I think I may still have a couple of openings for that. So if there's interest, do let us know. I know that there are some messages from when I was away and some emails, so I'll get caught up on those today.
Okay.
Oh, somebody just said something about green and pistachio pudding, Watergate salad. She made that for Easter. Rosie. That sounds
I
like
do not know what that is.
Oh, I kind of do. I can picture that green salad, like that pudding kind of stuff. Neat. I think some of the Jell-O things are coming back, with stuff in them.
Yeah, those always make me laugh. When everything went into a Jell-O salad. I still, when I thrift, sometimes I always look at cookbooks, and you sometimes find those Jell-O salad cookbooks.
There's a Tupperware Jell-O mold.
I used to have one. I don't know if I still do.
I think I still do, because the girls sometimes have fun with Jell-O that way. But
I've never been a big fan of Jell-O.
No?
I think the texture.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
All right, what you got over there?
Well, we have some beautiful border fabric that just kind of makes you think of spring. Look at this. Look at this up and over.
Here, it's upside down. So, yeah.
Look how pretty this
I think
is.
this one was called A Blooming Day and Night. This is by Jason Yenter. Just fun to pick all the colors out of it.
So that's the day with all the pretty blue in it. And here's the night. I'll have to turn this around, I guess.
Yeah, there's the night, which is just as pretty.
It is. Lots of contrast. So just a stunning border or something that you could easily incorporate into a quilt. I've seen people do runners with these, use the middle part and then just have some, a small block or some little borders.
Placemats, anything.
Yeah, quite stunning. And then we have one that is just fun. I quite like these border prints. So these are 18 a yard. We should have mentioned that.
Yeah,
but you know what? Of a yard, you would get 4 of these. So, so you get a fair amount. Look how bright this is. So isn't that happy?
That'd be fun to raid your stash and pick all the colors and do like a 9 patch or something.
Yes.
Let's have some fun.
But nice, bright, happy colors. And I like the birds. Nice and cheery.
We should mention that we have one panel left. You want to go up, Arlie? This sunflower mantle. You wouldn't have to make it into a mantle cover. You could do other things with it. But we have one panel left. It is regular 18, now $13.50, I believe.
So yeah, you could cut those up and use those sunflowers for
those would be
things.
awesome on a bag because they're nice and big.
They would.
I have a few soft fabrics, just, it's nice and soft florals.
Really pretty backlooms.
These are 16.
These are by Benertex.
Yeah, they're just so fresh.
They are.
And they would be fun as a background.
And here's a pretty blue.
Like a sky blue almost. Yeah.
Very nice texture.
Then there's a fun cat one. It might be too early to hang your laundry outside. I don't know, but
I remember it coming in stiff when I was a kid. You'd put it out and it would just be like But look how cute this is. Like this is like stinking cute, guys. Like look at these cats on the lawn.
Hanging out of the socks.
Like any of my cat people are just somebody that likes something fun.
Well, I think I know who'll get some of this.
I can think of a couple people who will.
And there's some red to pull out the polka dots, make that even more fun.
But
So-
this was so silly. How could we resist not buying that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were cute.
Remember, if we had one time where the cats were eating popcorn and their eyes were big in the
Oh yeah, in
theater.
the theater. That's
I
like
know.
hotcakes.
I know, it was just funny, and I think this one will be similar. And it is 19 a yard,
And this one is online,
and it's
so you can find it there.
Dear Stella. So they come up with some different ones. Arlene, I think are we gonna? Yeah,
Yeah, let's. Arlene has a little. Okay, I'll come flip.
Arlene has a demo for us today.
Oops, sorry.
Good morning. So every often, a lot of people are interested in making t-shirt quilts. And one of the challenges of a t-shirt quilt is that the jersey fabric stretches and you have to do some sort of stabilizer on it. And that can get pretty costly and time consuming, putting stabilizer on every piece. So we have a product here in the store that we've had in our stock for forever. And I did some research on it, and I think it could be a game changer for t-shirt quilts. It is called Material Magic. A jar like this is 16 ounces, is $24. I think a jar like this could easily do a full t-shirt, seeing what I did with just one t-shirt. I think you could do an entire t-shirt quilt with a jar. And I'm just going to show you how it works. So you would start with your t-shirt, and you can see this is the t-shirt that I saved for my daughter. All her Harry Potter t-shirts I'm saving because someday I'm going to make her a t-shirt quilt. You can see it's floppy. It's, it stretches. It'd be hard to work with and sew and get nice, crisp, clean corners. So all you do, if you want to switch down, grab a bowl. Everyone has those bowls in their house that are used for random things. Put your t-shirt in it. And then dump, I would say probably like 2 or 3 capfuls is all I needed. You just want to saturate it, but you don't want it like dripping. You just want it just wet. So there wasn't any leftover in the bowl. I had it just wet. You can't wring it or anything. It's just wet, like you would a washcloth if you were wiping a counter or that sort of thing. Got it completely wet. Then I went in this cold weather and hung it on my clothesline for about a half an hour. You want to dry it, but not fully dry it. So I think in warmer weather, it'd probably be less than a half an hour because it came pretty cold inside. But you still want it damp. Then when you bring your t-shirt back in, here's the one I actually worked on. You lay it on your ironing board and you iron it dry. So that little bit of dampness that's left in it, you get your iron really, really hot. I actually did it this way just so I wasn't ironing on the pattern. And you just iron. And it took a few minutes because you really want it dried. Again, if it was warmer out, I think I could have dried it a little more on the clothesline. And you just iron it dry. And then you will see that now it is like a stiffer, starched almost t-shirt.
Yeah, almost like papery part
Yes.
of it.
There's no more stretch or give to it the way that this one would be. You can just see that this is not floppy the way
And there's no
the
fraying.
t-shirt. There's no fraying. This is now easy to cut and get to the size you want. If you want to like center your logo, it's easier now. It's not moving and stretching or curling. When you cut t-shirts, sometimes they curl on the edge. It's not doing anything like that. And then I did cut a piece off and sewed a piece to show you. So you can see my stitch line. I used different color threads so you'd see it. Easy to sew. Needle glides right through. There's no adhesive or any stiffness from interfacing. And then I easily pressed open the seam. It's not stretching. It's not moving. And then the beauty of this project or this product, when you get your quilt all done, quilted, bound, everything, throw it in your wash, and it'll come back off a soft t-shirt again. All the stiffness washes off when you wash it, and you get that soft, cuddly t-shirt again. So here's an example that of regular fabric. You can see the difference. This is like thick, not thick, but just stiff paper. And this is before it's treated. So you can just see the difference, how they're just laying. So
Now, some people like this for applique, like
mhm.
for machine applique.
Yeah.
But what other people like it for is some of my machine embroidery people really like to do that instead of some of the stabilizers in the
Yes.
hoop, because they can stabilize that fabric, that background piece,
Yeah.
press it up really nice, and it behaves beautifully in the hoop.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's multiple uses for this product.
Mm-hmm. I just thought in the t-shirt quilt world,
I agree, because
it's a game changer
it is.
and easy to sew. Like you don't have that extra layer or the bulk of that extra
Yep, not going to
layer.
gum up your needle.
No.
No, it's that's
Can you show it again? They're asking what it's called.
Terrio Magic.
There you go. This one.
And I think we've had spray. I mean, you could put it in
Yeah.
a spray bottle to spray
Yes.
on there, but you're a couple of capfuls in a bowl.
But you're
To
diluting
saturate-
that with water. It's
No.
not just
It is just this product. There is no water involved at all. So you're just like, if you had it in a spray bottle and you could spray it so that it's you want it damp, like you want it wet, but not dripping wet. So just wet.
Yeah, and it's the time is that you're going to have to let it dry. You don't put it in the dryer. You're
Yeah.
just going to have to.
Hang it dry. You could probably lay it flat, like on a towel or something, but you want it that partially dry, and then your iron is drying it the rest of the way. So
You know, Karen Montgomery talks a lot on her video about her stuff, about her fabric preparation, because she really likes to kind of starch the heck out of it and kind of like that bit of pre-wash.
yeah,
And this would accomplish the same thing
yeah.
quite nicely.
Material Magic spray, yes, Barb, that it would be the same type of thing. If you had it in a spray bottle, you could easily spray the t-shirt. Again, wet, not dripping wet, but wet. Let it dry, and then iron it the rest of the way dry. So pretty simple. I know this is what I will be using when I finish this Harry Potter t-shirt quilt.
Mhm.
It's going to be this, not buying all the pricey interfacing and then having to iron it all on. And yeah, like I said, this way, because now I will take it to the cutting board when it's not going to curl or move or anything. And now I will easily cut it out. Whereas before it's kind of those stages, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is a quick and easy way to get that t-shirt.
This
And
would
the
be-
fact that you can wash it after it's all done and return back to your soft, snuggly used t-shirt feel, right? So
Yeah, I think
someone's asking, how does the iron react to it?
it was fine. I had no issues. There was a little bit of steam off of it just because it was
but
still
it doesn't gum
yeah,
up your iron.
not
or
at all.
anything. No.
no, because I did check that. I was like, is there
You don't have to use a Teflon sheet or anything,
No.
because it's not going to transfer.
yeah,
things.
it's not like gluey or anything. No. So,
And somebody else is asking, can you iron on it directly? Directly.
Yes.
You already covered, you don't iron on the
yeah, I
logo.
just chose not to iron on this side. I ironed on this side, but yes, no
But
problem.
if you were ironing that T-shirt, you're not going to iron on the front
No.
anyway.
no, because
like,
of that.
period. Yeah,
Right.
because you don't want to lose any of that.
Right. Because sometimes this would come off in your ironing, maybe.
Depends. Yeah.
Vivian is asking, so you cut out the front of the t-shirt first and soaked in iron, then cut to the block size?
Yes. So I cut it out, like how you can see. I still have the bottom. And this piece that I actually cut off was the top little shoulders. So I just rough cut it. Like I would say just roughly cut kind of where you want it. I could have cut more off on the bottom. Then like just this one.
Yes, Mary Crow, it would work for applique pieces.
If you can see this one,
Hmm.
how it's still like t-shirt shape. I cut off the sleeves and the collar and just roughly cut kind of what I want. Then I would treat it, iron it, and then trim closer. Because the thing is, when you're cutting t-shirts, you can see on this one, it curls on you.
Mhm.
that fabric just curls, and some curl a lot. So to put your, it can be challenging, right? So
Elsa's
this way.
asking, can you use it machine applique? Yes, you can,
Yeah.
because those pieces are going to be nice and stiff. It's not going to fray. You
Mhm.
know, you can do your satin stitch or your blanket stitch
Yeah.
around it beautifully.
Yeah.
And
So
Price again.
$24. And there's how many
$24,
ounces?
16 ounces. And like I said, this would for sure do an entire t-shirt.
And there's
quilt.
bigger jugs available. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if this is something you really got into, we can get big jugs of it.
So
Donna wants to know if you were using it for regular fabric prep, would you dilute it in a spray bottle?
You could.
you probably could to make it go a little further if it's
Yeah.
just, but
For fabric prep,
Yeah.
you could.
I'd have to read up on that a little bit more to give you a for
Yeah,
sure
there's that.
answer.
But if you go, they have a website, and they have all kinds of things on it. So Terial, Terial. But I think if you look at Terial Magic, it's a liquid fabric stabilizer, and you'll find all kinds of things. I think they probably have some YouTube things.
Oh,
too.
I'm sure. Carol just said I dilute it 1 part Terial and 2 to 3 parts water. So there you go. But yeah. Is there any other questions while we're talking about this product?
Oh, good morning from Alberta, Shelley.
So anyways, if you have more questions, feel free to, and we'll try to answer them.
And come in
And
we
if,
can
yeah,
chat,
if you want to come in, we'll have this sample here and you can feel the difference of non-treated and treated. And if you have questions, we can answer them.
Thank you, Arlene. That was a great demonstration. You did great demos, both you and Tammy. Nice job. Tammy, I think you have some more fabric to show, and I think we have a little bit of show and tell, don't we?
No.
No show and tell today?
show and tell.
Okay. That's
Okay.
all right.
So, this is upside down too. Speaking of, where am I here? There it is. It's hard to see backwards on it. So this is a cute little baby themed with the clouds and the lambs, the stars. And
Yeah, there's a little lammy faces. I had to look a little harder.
there's like a tone on tone. If you're thinking about making some baby quilts.
Things like this never go out of style.
Oh, and then, there's just a fun little polka dot. Sometimes I think we're just looking for a little bit of oomph in our background. So that would be fun.
And yes, that can even make a cute sashing, depending on what you're doing.
Okay, well, behind us, you've all been eyeing this blue quilt. This is Sanctuary Garden Twist by In the Beginning Fabrics. And beautiful blues, periwinkles.
So this is Jason Yenter's new spring line.
Sanctuary. It is on our website. I managed to put that up yesterday. And the kit that we have hanging behind us is 64 inches by 75 inches for $145. And good directions.
Yeah, it goes together pretty nice.
Some classic. I think it's a Jason Yenter classic.
So we have some of this beautiful fabric from this line.
The yardage. And so this is 18 a yard.
This looks like, see, birch bark, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Wonder if the pussy willows are out yet. Have you seen anybody seen pussy willows? Because it's, spring is pussy willows. Remember picking those as a kid, and then bringing them home.
So some ferns with it.
But some nice blues in there. And of course, this is the border print. And it's quite gorgeous.
You can see that on the outside of our quilt.
And it's beautiful blue paisley. And some sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have some floral prints here. There's 2 different scales.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how to show that.
That's the same one, isn't it?
Nope, they're a little different.
It's just barely.
One has lace in the back.
Yes. Yeah. Now I see it. You have to really look. Probably see it better in person. And this tile work. It's always fun.
Just going to show this. This is just another darker blue. And then there's this pretty one with the black. I'm just trying to think how
There
to
we
get
go.
that in there.
So more of a nighttime.
And this is all 18 a yard. And it's called Sanctuary.
We have a few people saying, yes, the pussy willows are out.
Are they? Oh, good. Good, good. To see if I can get some. It's just a nostalgic thing. You know, there's certain things that, you know, I can remember riding my bicycle with my friend and going to cut them off and bringing some home and then rubbing them against your lip because they were so soft. Just funny childhood memories
Okay.
from way back in the olden days. So if my grandkids are going to be saying.
Anything else that we have? Crickets.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess that means it's door prize time. And blue was the word, so you had like one last second to put it in there if you didn't already. But I think we'll do the draw. We'll do the little itty bitty primitive pinwheels pattern first.
Ah, Susan, she is coming to my retreat because
Well, she might have some fun with that.
She lives quite a distance away, so yeah, I
Okay.
can see her doing that too.
And then the fun, bright back quarters. There's 6 of them.
Darlene Hopkins, congratulations, Darlene.
And then the little baby quilt book. It has 12 patterns in it.
Lisa Leonard.
Congratulations. Let us know if you're going to pick up your door prize or if you need it mailed. You can always do that.
We really appreciate that you're taking the time to join us on this beautiful spring morning. And if you're watching us later, that you took time to watch us later. Weather's getting nicer, so we hope that you will pop into the shop and visit us. There's lots of new things that have arrived. And of course, there's always more coming. That's kind of the way it works in our business. Different things to inspire you. And for those of you working on your brown bags, I hope you're making good progress. I know I have my Clue 1 and Clue 2 done, so I'm pleased with that. And then I think we've got another week and a half before the next Clue goes out.
So they went out on Thursday. You should hopefully have gotten it or will be shortly, just depending on how the mail runs. So
I took, we have 12 people doing it and customers in the US, and I actually took those and mailed them from a post office down there in Rockville, Tennessee, just close to Nicole. So that went out.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Enjoy the spring weather.